Yo, what is up, squad? It's your dude Pino E here. Today was a slow news day, but as always, there's still stuff that we need to talk about, so hit that like button. Come on, just press it now. I'm not starting this video until you all press that like button. Okay, whatever. Shout out to the like squad. Let's go. So I'm not going to get into tomorrow's releases. For those details, check out yesterday's video, but we do have the PSNY collection dropping tomorrow, and I just thought of something. You all know I collect L's from all the pairs that I struck out on, right? Here's what's really fucked up. I won't even be able to collect all the L's any longer. The L's are now exclusive, so if anyone from New York, Paris, or Milan wants to sell me their L from this release, get a hold of me. I can't believe L resell is now a thing. It's been a minute since we featured ASICS, but that's who we're going to start with. And first up, we have the ASICS Gel-Lyte 5 Pastel Pack. The collection is made up of 3 pairs of the ASICS Gel-Lyte 5, all coming constructed with premium suede featuring perforated paneling and the use of pastels and grays as the color palette. All 3 pairs are available now at select ASICS retailers for $130 each. Over to Adidas, and first up, we have a look at their newest trainer, the Adidas Athletics 24/7 trainer. The shoe features a breathable mesh upper that stretches and adapts to your feet. The cage provides a lacing system that offers a lockdown fit, while featuring a split tongue design and white rubber outsole. They're okay. It feels like all the new shoes coming out of Adidas lately all look the same, but these come in a reasonable $100 price tag and are available now at select Adidas retailers. The next pair up on screen are a women's exclusive Adidas Ultra Boost Uncaged, coming in an Energy Aqua and Footwear White colorway. As you would expect, the upper is built using Adidas PrimeKnit technology, while the shoe sits on a white mid and matching outsole. Unique to this pair, however, is the transparent heel counter, which I believe is a first for the model. Ladies, if you want these, check out adidas.com now. They're available and they're $180. Over to Beaverton, and let's start off with some Nike basketball, more specific, the Nike KD10 Igloo. Y'all know I'm not a huge fan of the KD10, but I gotta keep it 100 with you all. The colorway looks dope on this model. The pair comes in a cool gray Flyknit upper with matching suede overlays, while the Nike swoosh branding mid and outsole all get treated with hits of Igloo. Very nice, and for anyone who wants these, you can look for them to release on July 14th with a retail price of $150. Keeping it moving with Nike basketball, we got the Nike Kyrie 3 next, and for this go around, Nike chooses to go with the simple colorway, black. The upper is black, the mid is black, the branding is black. The outsole is black and white. Essentially, we have a triple black colorway, while the only touch of color comes via a black and white marbled outsole. August 5th is the date for these, and they'll drop for $120. Next up, we got my dude Paul George and the Nike PG1 White Ice. I really don't think I've seen a PG I haven't liked, and these are dope. It's almost impossible to mess up a white and black basketball shoe. I mean, Under Armour did it, and we have more about them coming up later in our fuckery segment, but this silhouette is too dope, and I don't think I've seen a colorway I haven't liked. Anyway, look for these on July 1st with the retail price of $110. Keeping it moving, you should all know by now that Nike is celebrating the Nike Cortez's 45th birthday, and the next pair to release is honoring Oregon. The pair comes constructed of a black nylon and suede upper with touches of white hitting the Nike swoosh, tongue tag, and the insole. The heel gets hit with 72, the year the shoe first released, with the words Nike in a very unique looking font. Completing this one is a white and black mid with a rubber gum bottom. They're available now if you're interested, and they only cost $80. Back in 2012, the Nike Flyknit trainer made its debut, and later this year, it's going to make a return. Up on screen, we have a first look at the 2017 model, coming in its OG black and white colorway, along with what Nike is calling sunset tint and black. The exact release date is yet to be announced, but you could expect them sometime in July for $150 each. Next for Nike, we have these Nike Air Max 180s. During Paris Fashion Week, Comme des Garçons showcased their Spring 2018 men's lineup, and a few images of these never-before-seen 180s were spotted. It's unknown at this point if another collab is in the works, but these images, which come via Vogue, would lead me to believe that something is brewing, so stay tuned for more. What you're looking at up on screen is the next pair of Nike Air Max 1s that will be limited and will resell for thousands. The Nike Air Max 1 Paris is a bespoke ID version, which is inspired by Parisian fashion, architecture, and culture. The shoe is dope. It comes in a mix of suedes and leather overlays and features the designer initials on the insole, the word Paris on the heels, and they come numbered. In total, there are 75 pairs being made, with 50 pairs releasing through the Sneakers Paris app, and the remaining 25 given away to friends and family. Ladies in Paris, because I'm sure there are lots of ladies in Paris watching this, these drop July 3rd for €280. And last up for Nike, we're going to come back to the Nike Kyrie 3, and what you're looking at up on screen are the official images of the Nike Kyrie 3 Kyrachi Light. The shoe draws its inspiration from the Nike Huarache Light, and it comes dressed in a black-based upper with Team Orange hitting the Nike and Kyrie branding, Concord hits around the toe box and midsole, and a teal sock liner. I'm good, and although there's no exact date, you could expect these in September for $120. It's no secret I'm a fan of Jordan Brand, but sometimes you gotta give the ones you love some tough love. I don't mean to beat this horse to death, but it sucks how they're releasing these shoes with pairs only dropping in specific cities. But now if you live in Milan, Paris, or New York, you could also be upset because don't expect to lay in your bed or sit at your desk in the office, click the buy button, and get your chance. Here's how you could buy a pair if you live in one of the 3 cities. Of course, you need to download the SNKRS app and physically be in Paris, Milan, or New York. Next, you have to start checking the app in the morning. What does morning mean? I don't know. It could be 7, it could be 8, no idea. Throughout the day, locations will be announced, and to buy a pair, you have to rush to that location. Here's an example. Let's say they release in Times Square. Times Square will get an allotment of X amount of pairs, let's say 50. Once 50 people buy the shoe from the Times Square location, it will be sold out. Then another location will be announced, and you'll have to try to run your ass over there before they sell out in that location. This sucks. People work on Wednesday mornings. Nobody wants to run around the city to pay $300 for a shoe. So Jordan Brand, it's cool. The technology is cool. Just don't do this again. So yo, congrats to my boy Russ Westbrook on winning the MVP award last night. Great accomplishment, and the first of many trophies, I'm sure. Once Russ won, Nike wasted no time in celebrating, which is awesome. I know it's business, but I like how they celebrate their winning athletes. Anyway, to celebrate the MVP, Nike dropped a t-shirt, which nobody really cared about, and these special Air Jordan 31s. The pair is done up nicely in the Thunder colorway with a mismatched look, featuring Westbrook graphics on the heel with Why Not overlaid in orange and blue. Really dope, but also really limited, and they sold out almost instantly. They dropped for $185, but good luck with resale. And of course, he got a special package coming from the GOAT himself, Michael Jordan, which included the shoes we just looked at, but also 2 pairs of the Air Jordan 10 in Oklahoma orange and blue. Very nice pack and nice gesture from MJ, but for real, the best thing about this pack was the letter that came along with it. Congrats, Russell. I got my first MVP award before my first ring too. Keep going. Signed by Jordan. Shit, if that's not motivation for someone in the league, I don't know what is. I told you all earlier there was going to be some Under Armour fuckery in today's video, and there is, and it's specific towards Michael Plank, the CEO of Under Armour. First off, before I say anything, I got a tremendous amount of respect for what he's done. It's almost impossible to compete with Nike and Adidas, but he's been able to build a brand and sign superstars in a number of sports, so kudos to him for that. Just because he did some amazing things, it doesn't mean he can't be an idiot at times, and he's definitely proven to be an idiot. He recently got in hot water over some remarks he made supporting Donald Trump. Apparently those comments were taken out of context, and personally, I don't care who he supports. The dope thing about most of you watching this video is that you live in a country where we could have choices, and he has his, so good for him, but this isn't about that. That's old news. This is about him recently doing an interview on NBC's Today Show, and he made a comment about Nike. It was a bitch comment because he decided to speak on their name, but he didn't want to explain what in the world he was talking about. During the interview, he brought up Nike saying, "We're aware of them." Okay, no shit you're aware of them. You're in the sports business, and they're the biggest company in that industry, so you should be aware of them. But he continued, "We're aware of them, and we have great respect for them. What they do, they don't fight fair." Now, what the fuck does that even mean, they don't fight fair? So here's the thing, the host of the show tried pressing him to clarify what he was talking about, and he chose not to really clarify. You can't go on TV and say something like that and not clarify, but he did expand a little more on what he meant, and he went on to say that Nike has more money than Under Armour, and big companies do what big companies do. And this is the reason he's the fuckboy of the day. Maybe Nike is a corporate bully, I have no idea, but one of the reasons they have more money than you do, Mr. Plank, is because they didn't release this garbage shoe to their biggest star. Unless you're going to tell me that Nike forced you to make this monstrosity of a shoe and release it, in which case you might have a valid argument. But I doubt that happened. Also, your logo sucks. It makes your shoes look awful. Change that logo. That advice is free. You don't need Nike money for my advice. It's free. Change that ugly logo. Anyway, I'm not even gonna get into how a billionaire went on TV arguing that shit just isn't fair because another billionaire has more money than him. That doesn't gain any pity points from me. So you, sir, are today's fuckboy. Here's the crown. Wear it with pride. I'm sure you'll get it again in the future. And that does it for today's video, everyone. If you enjoyed it, and I hope you did, hit that like button. If you're new around here, subscribe, join the squad. If you have something to say, leave it in the comments below. And I'm out.